So, presented by Fairfield University's Quick Center for the Arts and Sozo Artists, our breaks between sessions, they all feature artistic moments that activate and inspire. Now, we're focusing on the three M's: music, movement, and meditation. Now, these artistic interludes, they bridge our three core themes of our summit: healthcare, business, and higher ed. And they creatively connect our sessions and ourselves. Now, the artistic expressions, led by voices from across the arts community, are here to demonstrate how leadership, innovation, and inclusivity play inseparable roles in the age of personalization. So, for today, our first interlude features Marc Bamuthi Joseph and his creative approach to organizational design, brand development, and community mediation. He's a playwright, an educator, spoken word poet, and so much more. He's an educator. Bahamuthi has been enlisted as a strategic partner and consultant for major companies ranging from Coca Cola all the way to Carnegie Hall, and his TED Talk reflecting on the pride and terror of seeing his son enter adulthood. It's been viewed nearly 3 million times, and it's a testament to his remarkable gift for communicating very complex themes like cultural erasure into accessible and poetic performances. You're about to see why Joseph was recently named Vice President and Artistic Director of Social Impact at the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts. Enjoy.
Hey, peace. My name is Marc Bamuthi Joseph. I'm a first-generation American whose parents came from Haiti and whose son will be voting for the first time this fall. I am a child of migration and a father of someone who's smelling democracy up close for the first time. He's learning about our founding and foundational laws. Justice. In the matter of Black life, we're really talking about a fair administration of justice. The matter of Black life actually is not about the tragic loss of life, which in and of itself is horrific and unjustified. It is in the searing lack of reprisal thereafter. Black Lives Matter is a movement that's more about law than it is about life. Its sorrow is in the disposability of Black life, but its rage is in the persistent neglect and failure to protect Black life. For some of us, just about all day, we are managing mostly older, mostly white folks through the scaffolding of this very complicated discussion. All over the country, America is trying to reconcile the moral economy and the structural economy. In many cases, we're navigating backwards through our history, looking at the past through the filter of present repercussions. America says, how the fuck did I wake up here with this knee on my neck, with a president that won't denounce white supremacy, with little kids being driven by their moms across state lines with AR-15s to hunt Black folk who are mad that one of their own got cop shot in the back 7 times. Racism is an American narcotic. In 2020, we wake up sick, hung over. But let's say we get well. What do we see when we envision the public's fullest health? For years, I've argued that freedom can be designed, that a vision for profound cultural health can be authored in the same way that our legal system was or that our penal system is. I further argue that artists should be positioned as cultural leaders and hired as business leaders, that our leadership currently lacks poetry, urgency, and collaborative depth, all qualities that artists possess in abundance. Short of making personnel or political changes, where is the artistic thinking in our leadership practices? Who is leading the public imagination? Who is articulating the contours of the American dream? Some of us are called to streamline, some of us are called to stabilize, some of us are called to dream. All of us are called to make it happen. As leaders, it's not enough to spend 2 years looking back 400 years for clues of American failure on the racial timeline. As leaders, let's spend the urgent currency that the moment has given us to look forward, to systemically make race, capital, culture, and law all intersect. Let's be creative about our cultural future. Let's be culturally healthy enough to lead the way. I wish you peace. I probably don't like humans as much as I love the sounds they make. Specifically melodic sounds. Cello and bow, slow and gripping. Tony Allen sounds, Lettucey casually humming to herself while listening to Billie Holiday. I like humans fine, but divine human music makes me vibrate. No ego or ownership, no ordinary love. The voice gives me no choice. My purest love is music. In the failing light of empire, the nation grieves alone. Their pastor has left them to pray over their dead while he's in the back rewriting the Bible alone. Together, the nation grieves, mourns the recently departed and the norms of their past, living, mourning the death of normalcy. Sure would be great to have someone help us share this grief. Let it be said that in the time of the pandemic, music stepped up to be our one true leader. The one place where love and movement united humans. Battles between music super producers, savage TikToks, concerts from the crib stabilized the country's consciousness when it was beset by panic and viral uncertainty. Certainly, that is love. I am grieving and I long to be led with love. These are sad times, yo. Folded over my own center without a prayer. Footsteps unwarping wood overhead. I am cleanly rotting beneath. Desiccated, wind-blown jasmine star in a cobweb. A corner of cedar. A flurry of skin and ash. A blue hunger. A sadness. A ladle unto the cloudless lake above me. In the economy of dis-ease, I've invested more in wiping my butt than cleansing my soul. I'll be eating these sheets for months, and all my leaders can offer me are gospel notes of amazing lack of grace and poorly composed critiques of the sun. Well, you know, the sun is basically a welfare queen, just sits there untrustworthy, hides in the dark, can't even look him in the eye. If the sun ran for office in Florida, it'd be like 48 to 47% in the polls, no lie. The enemy is unseen. The dead are everywhere. Sorta, like there are more than 180,000 dead, and most of them people of color, but they're all out of focus behind the 200 white folks bearing arms and misspelled signs at the State House. Covert COVID, oligarchy undercover, the marriage of white supremacy, viral sickness, and sadness. The quixotic charm of isolation has eroded. I've watched every single piece of content on Netflix and also read the same page of my bedside novel 19,000 times. I know every word on page 143 of The Water Dancer. What I could sure use now is an example of love from something other than music. A human touch of leadership from someone who considers how many of us are dying alone, gathers us, pastors us, tells us they've seen death, didn't see it as a vision, felt it as a lived permission, inception of an intuition of what we can all expect. A living lesson embedded in the processing genetics of all you touch, you change. All that you change changes you. You become the echo of the work, the echo of the impact, a signifier of your greatest teacher's mastery of craft. Encourage the living toward their larger purpose, born with lips to whisper, born to kiss the names of our teachers back to the wind so their spirit might hear it and vibrate, a mitzvah, incarnate and back again, reciprocal energy, spirit and flesh. In my sadness, I long for some guidance by an empath Someone who says, don't worry, flock. At the moment of death, we are one with life transcendent. We are the dance divine, spreading like child laughter, blowing dandelion pollen into the spring light. We are the winter cool, released like children freed by the bell on the last day of school. Summertime magic, fool in death. We are autumn enriched leaf, emanating transformation hues, freedom colored. We will never fall. We dance into the sky, a rope thick as the way we lived our lives by our side, a rope thick as our life to help us climb. We become the light, we become the dance, we become the music we loved most on earth. Lord, where is the leader that brings us together like music? Says, don't worry, fam, I know this sucks, but I promise you are not alone. A leader who says, I got your back, like your favorite honest love song.